Hello, welcome back to Lenz's Comic Corner, Classics / Non-Classics. This is episode number 229 and double shot number 162. Okay? First up, War Zones, Years of Future Past, collecting the entire 5-ish limited series, written by Margie Bennett and artwork by Mike Norton. Let me show some artwork here. Yes, really good artwork. Now, you can probably list this as probably one like this miniseries is definitely listed in the top 10 best Secret Wars top 10 best miniseries that come out of Secret Wars. Despite the fact this one was never turned an ongoing series, unlike Oh Man Logan and Weird World was. This series is sort of like it's set on Battle World, but it's kind of like what if Days of Future Past still kind of continued. And in case you know it, well, the one thing you notice though, like I think you know, say, is that Kitty Pryde on the cover? Nope, that's Kitty Pryde's daughter. I think her name is Christina Pryde. Trying to think that they do have her name here. Let's see here. Well, they do have an older version of Logan here. Yeah, it's Christina. Yeah, it's Christina Pryde, and apparently she has a brother who, now her powers, she doesn't have her mother's powers, despite the fact she has very striking resemblance to her mother. She has the powers of her father. She apparently can turn her skin like organic steel. Okay, fine. Her brother, who was also apparently originally supposed to be Logan's son, later revealed to be Christina's brother. And it's kind of a good thing. They mention later on that they'll have an unresolved sexual tension, despite the fact these two are really attracted to each other in most of the series. It's odd, though, that Margie Bennett basically was sort of revealed that two characters who could become possible lovers are in fact brother and sister. So maybe the reason why that is because he has this very striking resemblance to Colossus at a young age. It's nice. So this is actually one of two timelines I've actually seen where Kitty Pryde and Colossus are actually married. And it's not a hallucination. The other, of course, Age of Apocalypse. You get many characters appearing here, like apparently there's some Dooms, like Secret War stuff is very toned down in here. It's like, yes, it takes place on Battle World, but it's very heavily toned down. Robert Kelly's a dick, sometimes usually depicted as. Magneto was in a wheelchair and acting like Charles Xavier. That's why I think in this world Charles Xavier is dead. And heck, there's even a cover in here. It's not the first issue of the series. Let's see here. It's not the first issue of the series, but there is a cover that homages that classic cover, which does not happen in the book. Let's see here. I think it might be issue 5. Let's see. No. Here we go. The homage to the classic cover. I think it was issue Uncanny X-Men 242 that this cover is homaging. But it's nice still because it's Years of Future Past. And they actually homage the actual story that they're supposed to be a continuation of. Now, this is really great to read. I don't want to spoil too much of anything in here. Despite the fact this is a really good miniseries, and I know that Kat from Comic Frontline I know she loved the series because Kitty Pryde is like a starring character series, and Kitty Pryde is one of my favorite superheroes. So I give this particular series a 9 out of 10. It's really good. Next up, World's Finest Volume 6, A Secret History of Superman and Batman. Now, you're probably thinking though, Volume 6, you have never reviewed Volumes 1 through 5. Well, this is because the library only had this one volume. Now, this has nothing to do with the previous issues. Now, this particular trade collects issues 27-32. Now, interesting little fact. DC was going to end this series with issue 26, but it's not continuing for this particular story arc because it kind of, present day, because a lot of the series is flashback. The present day stuff featuring Lois takes place during the World's End weekly series. Now, One thing I gotta mention though, because there's some stuff that is brought up in the Earth 2 and number 2, is that you can say that the Batman stuff in here for the first 2 parts take place during the annual, basically into intermediate time, like just after. Like they mentioned Frankie Falcone, who is in the Earth 2 annual, and you can kind of put that particular portion and the one from issue 2 kind of in between, prior to.
Maybe 5-10 minutes, right?
Okay. Prior to the death of the Waynes, and pretty much the rest of the book takes place right after it. This is just from Batman's perspective. That's chronologically from his history. Now, and the book ends just prior to Earth 2 number 1. It's a great 6-part story. It's, even though it's written by Paul Levitz and the artwork in here is done by Jed Dorkey. The other guy in here is just a colorist, but this is really good. And this is basically what how it should have been about Superman, Batman. If they were gonna do some more, I would recommend telling more stories, because this was just so good. And there isn't many stories now. The only way these issues are connected is that there is this woman from Apocalypse that shows up in every single issue at different points in these characters' lives. And so there's Wonder Woman. Heck, there's even one issue where Superman ends up on Paradise Island. Well, ends up on Themyscira, and Wonder Woman probably thinks he doesn't speak, because he's speaking ancient Greek, and she's surprised that he speaks ancient Greek, which I'm not surprised he does, because I'm sure he probably took it in high school, or at least when he took it in college, wherever he went. But this is really good, and I do recommend people who are fans of Earth 2 definitely pick this one up. I give this particular trade a 9 out of 10. Alright, stay tuned for the next episode, which is my 230th episode with Doubleshot 163. Until then, see you there. Bye.